Bro, you should not be doing this to me, man. He said, I bet you the sauce he has is sweet and sour. Hold the sour. Stop playing with me, man. What y'all talk about? We talked about the kingdom, haters on YouTube, Chick-fil-A sauce, angels. I don't know.
All things theology, all things theology. We chop it up properly without an apology. Gotta give doxology to God hollow, because this is how we do it at All Things Theology.
Cut this part out, but wouldn't it be strange if we went to the drive-thru and we ordered just the Chick-fil-A sauce and not the sandwich, right? Like, he's essentially saying the kingdom is more than just the Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's the sandwich. It's the service. It's the Sabbath. It's the sustenance. It's like, actually, when I enjoy all of it, it fills me up. The church has been focusing on the sauces of the kingdom. Salvation, let me offend your religion, is a sauce of the kingdom. Healing is a sauce of...
Salvation is a sauce of the kingdom. Huh? Salvation is a sauce of the... My friend, salvation is the foundation. You get the foundation wrong, you don't have the house. You don't have no Chick-fil-A without the foundation. Using your analogy. It's not just a little sauce. Salvation sounds so minor in Mike Todd's theology. Yeah, just a little sauce over there. My friend, salvation is not the sauce. Yeah, Mike Todd is saucy, but salvation ain't. Who says that about the gospel? That is just the sauce. Who says that about the gospel? My man, Mike Todd, salvation is the main thing. Jesus Christ is the main thing. What he did is the main thing.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Let's keep it going, man.
If you get the kingdom, it comes with it. You don't have to pay extra. At these other cheap establishments, they want to charge you 25 cents for sweet and sour sauce. Okay, I ain't saying no names, but your Golden Arches is broke. You're not living in the kingdom. You kingdom. But I have never once been charged for sauces at that kingdom establishment. It's a kingdom establishment. Like, what do they say? How many? How much do you want? How much healing do you want? How much deliverance?
Here's how his analogy is wrong. Because, right, there are false gospels, but there's no false sauce. Right? Yeah, sauces you don't like. See, this is a very pluralistic example where the kingdom is me ordering sauces I like rather than the gospel that God commanded. This analogy breaks down so clearly. Salvation is not like going to Chick-fil-A and getting sauces you like. This ain't, where I'm getting served and God's serving me at his establishment. See, like, this analogy breaks down so much. This is why, hey, look, just use the Bible. Is the Bible sufficient to make your point? It's a question we'd like to know. Well, no, it's not, because he's not preaching what the Bible says.
Do you want? You don't got to pay extra for this. You want deliverance, healing, and prosperity? You can have all of it. You want to dip it in this, dip it in that, and dip it in this? They never judge me because I want it all. Woo. Somebody shout, I want it all. I want everything that comes with the kingdom. We just been promoting sauces. Come to this church, it's a church of Polynesian sauce. At this church, you will know the poly of the Nesian. Come to this church, it's hot and spicy. This is the Buffalo Conference. If you need revelation, come to Revelation Ranch Church. Leave that camp, leave that camp, leave that camp. We are the sauce. And everybody's still hungry. And the world don't want what we have because we're starving. You don't.
The world don't want what we have because they hate who we have. Like I said, none of this makes sense. Well, and then you got churches saying we're the Polynesian sauce and this. No, you have a false gospel. See, none of this relates to anything that what we're talking about. Remember, I think this is a defense of himself still. Right? People making YouTube videos on him. So he's the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Look fool. You don't look happy. You walking around with your sauce mad. How they get blessed? How they get a chicken sandwich?
Pause, bro. No man should be dipping their sauce like that with their finger. Pause.
They going to hell. Hell for you, hell for your children, hell for your grandkid, hell.
I mean, besides the femininity in all this, he mocks actually doctrine. Like, people have valid accusations on him. He mocks all that and he's, well, this is just a different sauce. This ain't your sauce then. Right? And he actually mocks what we're saying. Again, another reason why he should get out of the pulpit.
Thing, I'm hungry. Y'all got any extra of that? I've been trying this God thing, and it's leaving me empty. Might as well try something else. I'll keep coming on Sunday. Church over. Give me what you got. And this has been the dilemma of humanity since the fall. What we lost was heaven on.
Guys, I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this.
And this has been the dilemma of humanity since the fall.
Hold on a second. Bro, you should not be doing this to me, man. He said, I bet you the sauce he has is sweet and sour. Hold the sour. Stop playing with me, man. I'm trying to be serious. Hold on, man. Yo, pause though, for real, man. Like, I don't know where that finger been, but let's keep going, man.
This has been the dilemma of humanity since the fall. What we lost was heaven on earth. Eden was an actual place on earth. It was the first representation of heaven on earth. Our sin got us shut out of it, but God said, I got a plan. I'm going to make somebody just a little lower than the angels. Because I don't even want to use an angel no more, because the last time I used an angel,
let me go back.
got us shut out of it, but God said, I got a plan.
So even that, God said, man falls, I got a plan. It's almost like God comes on from the spot. But I'll be gracious and say that's not what he meant, right? But watch this.
I'm going to make somebody just a little lower than the angels.
God made someone lower than the angels. Seems to be a reference to Jesus. God made Jesus. Now, it sounds like he's saying the Father created Jesus, and now we know that he has said that the Father, remember he's talked about the Son, the Spirit being formed and fashioned. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he believes the Son was also created.
God can help you. Jesus can help you, but there's a God, Holy Spirit, who has been fashioned, formed, and suited.
But he goes further right here.
Because I don't even want to use an angel no more, because the last time I used an angel,
I don't want to use an angel no more because the last time I used an angel, does he think Satan was first used in a redemptive purpose? He's, like I said, he never actually returns to this idea. So it's actually this section right here raises so many questions on his view of Satan, man before the fall, and Christ being some form of a created being. I honestly don't know. Right? Satan was never used in this way, and Jesus was the replacement. Yeah, so the Father is correcting a mistake. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this raises all sorts of questions. Let's go back and let's listen to it here with that in mind.
Eden was an actual place on earth. It was the first representation of heaven on earth. Our sin got us shut out of it, but God said, I got a plan. I'm going to make somebody just a little lower than the angels. Because I don't even want to use an angel no more, because the last time I used an angel,
I don't want to use an angel no more because the last time I used an angel. So it sounds like what he's saying is, I'm going to send Jesus to replace what Satan should have done.
he became kingdom. He forgot who the king was. So he started taking the praises, and he convinced with darkness and ignorance 1/3 of the angels to follow him. And Jesus confirms, I saw Satan fall like lightning. He says, so I'm going to prove to him that I don't even need an angelic being to do this.
An angelic being to do what? Satan was never meant to take on the sins of man. Satan was never meant to use. I don't know where he's getting this from. I don't know where he's getting this from. Yeah, it sounds very Mormon-y. That's a nice way to say heresy. Yeah, none of this is in the Bible.
I'm going to put less being called a human on this earth, and with my help, I'm going to reestablish and expand the kingdom on earth as it is in.
God's going to put a lesser being. Hold on a second. Let me think this through with you guys. Help. God's going to put a lesser being. Jesus, lesser being. Hold on. Let's go back.
To follow him, and Jesus confirms, I saw Satan fall like lightning. He says, so I'm going to prove to him that I don't even need an angelic being to do this. I'm going to put less being called a human on this earth, and with my help, I'm going.
I mean, but Jesus isn't just the human. However he said it. Jesus was the God man. He's not just a man. Like I said, I'm not gonna harp on him too hard right there. I mean, he's already given us the Mormon-y quote. But yeah, Jesus is fully God and fully man. This is why I said Mike Todd needs to be warned about his view of God. I know some of you guys will remember me playing the video where he said that the Holy Spirit was formed and fashioned. It kind of seems some kind of view of Jesus being made in a creative sense, like I said, it's hard to know where he's going because he doesn't actually flesh that out. And then the angels kind of, or Satan himself kind of being a redeemer prior to, at some point. So he was replaced by Jesus. Like it's so confusing. This will definitely be confusing sitting there. Kingdom sauce angel, like your sermon notes. What y'all talk about? We talked about the kingdom, haters on YouTube, Chick-fil-A sauce, angels. I don't know, but yeah, man, I saw this. Someone sent me this sermon and was like, please, you gotta talk about this. And they sent me a particular section. They sent me a particular section in the sermon, and I was just like,
boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I was just like, no way he said that. So I was like, you guys know me. I listened to the whole sermon. I was like, I got to start from the beginning. Let me see what this sermon was about. And I kind of regret my life's decision. Let me say this. I got my wisdom teeth pulled Tuesday. Getting the wisdom teeth pulled was far less excruciating than listening to a sermon from Todd.